is a cage, can't hold the rest. Everything's a place, but nobody's to blame. This body is a cage, can't hold the rest. Skin and DNA, remember everything. This body is a cage, can't hold the rest. I can smell the same, it's forgotten how to breathe. This body is a cage, can't hold the rest. Nothing but the same. I am not nature, but your secret safe, but your secret safe. I am not nature, but your secret safe, but your secret safe. Darling, I don't need you, but your secret safe, but your secret safe with me. The stars above are watching us, the body never lies. This body is a mess, can you find a way? Tunnel vision gaze, trying to feed a flame. This body is a mess, can you find a way? Write it in your brain, even when it fades. This body is a mess, can you find a way? What is it you crave when there's nothing left to gain? This body is a mess, can you find a way while you circle in the drain? We might only have this moment, but as long as you remember me, but as long as you remember me, I found peace inside this ocean, so devour me before I leave. Just as long as you remember me. Something's in the water, singing like a lover, slipping down a landslide. I can feel your welter. Something's in the water, singing like a lover, slipping down a landslide. till I feel your touch. When I'm falling down, will you pick me up again? When I'm too far gone, dead in the eyes of my friends, will you take me out of here? When I'm staring down the barrel, when I'm blinded by the lights, when I cannot see your face, when I'm blinded by the lights, when I'm blinded by the lights, when I'm blinded by the
Yeah, well, hello together. Welcome to the fourth round of the ADAC SimRacing Expo Community Trophy. Together this evening is my dear colleague Alex. Hello.
Hey Vincent, hey everybody. Yep, fifth round, penultimate round before we go to Nürburgring in, I think it's probably around about 3 months' time. But you people out there voted, 50% of you had a choice between Group 5 GTO and we're bringing back the 1990s, the old ITC era of the DTM. And of course, we had to go back to a particular circuit. We're here at the Nürburgring. And we've had 7 different winners so far, but there's been a lot of news in the build-up to the ADAC SimRacing Expo. First of all, we have to welcome our premium partner SimMotion on board, who are the German distributors for Moser Racing, and they're also developers of an in-house software solution for sim racing centres. We've got a giveaway for your favourite streamers out there, so don't forget to go to social media. But the biggest thing, Vincent, the stage has been revealed in the Nürburgring Messe, and I cannot wait to be there with you guys and the team here. Mate, it looks mega.
Yeah, I mean, it's no comparison to last year, definitely. It's a new huge step for all of us, I guess, because of the extending Expo on the Messe in Nürburgring. So, yeah, it will be a massively highlight on the first week of December.
Yeah, but coming into the penultimate round of the championship here at the ADAC SimRacing Expo Community Trophy, it's Ilya Dorovosekov that leads with a comfortable lead at the moment here, Vincent, of 34 points ahead of Rubis Racing's Kirill Antonov. Kody Nikolakovsky is in the hunt for the title, not having even secured a win. So is Benson Bunky from Dart Esports. And then you've also got Luciano Vidvoid from Ballas, so 2 Ballas Esports cars in the top 5. Alessandro Ottoviani, now fully entrenched in Team Fordzilla, is rounding at the top 6. But you know what? I love these old 1995 ITC cars. You know, nearly 500 PS, over 1,100 kilos, and the noise they make is simply wonderful.
Yeah, definitely a bit of a underrated car, and not really a lot of people already stop talking about it, which is really sad. I mean, I really love them as well. But Luke Crane messaged on Twitter today he will be casting a race of them on the weekend today, so they're coming back to life.
Yeah, of course, the DTM hosts its Hockenheim season finale this weekend, where I think Sheldon van der Linde is actually currently leading the championship going into the final 2 races. But we want to concentrate on years of yore, and we're about to get underway with time qualifying. 10 minutes. And everyone has already started sprinting out of the pit lane. I mean, it's like 3 wide, and even people are going past the white line going into the first part of it. Originally used to be known as the Haukhaken.
Yeah.
Kunz is getting sideways. these before we've even gotten started. I mean, these cars are absolute brutes. You know, seeing the old liveries like, say, the Dime Bar liveries, the Sonax, D2, and, you know, like, say, the Mercedes-Benz Original Tyler, for instance, which still happened back in, you know, when DTM went 4-litre naturally aspirated V8, and then BMW came back with a bang in 2000 and in 2012, but Emery Cian has decided to join up with Otto Viani at Team Fordzilla. So we're going to have a very, very fast qualifying. I mean, a lap around here, as we've seen in free practice just before we went live, Vincent, was just a shade over 1 minute and 55 seconds.
Yeah.
With Sihan sort of leading the way, but it wasn't by much.
Yeah, but also one good thing we have today is like we have literally one car, so we have again like this kind of comparison only between the drivers. So I would guess we will have a really, really close racing today again.
Yep, 20-minute races with paint swapping, door bashing, and it's good old ITC. That's what we like. And we have to give a shout out to Actual Vision. He's done a fantastic job with the DTM Trophy and also the DTM Classica this year. But drivers yet to set their first benchmark laps as they're going to be going through into the chicane here. So hard braking points. I mean, I still even remember when Bert Mailander used to run in this championship in the ITC. You had the likes of Dario Franchitti, amongst others. I think even, if memory serves me correctly, Michael Schumacher also raced in an ITC. I still remember when he took out Johnny Cicotto a few years back, and that was not exactly the nicest feeling for Cicotto, but they're all backing each other up. People are getting warmth into the tyres. Voigt is waiting to bolt to start his first lap, the Dutch driver. And yeah, the sound of these cars as they roar across the start-finish line, you are going, I mean, forget fireworks, folks. You're going to see sparks tonight.
Yes, like in the first drop again, and yeah, it makes the cars are getting alive. So like this, it's really enjoyable.
Yeah, so some of them already making their way out of the Mercedes arena and heading towards Valvoline and then Ford before the sort of, like with Hockenheim, there's a little bit of a parabolica between Ford and Dunlop before they go through the iconic Michael Schumacher S's, as Pavel Mukonin in the Rubis Racing team with the Dime livery on it is going to be flying up the hill and uses as much runoff as he dares. And that car's nearly getting sideways through the first part of the Schumacher S's. And now all the way up towards Michelin and Warsteiner. The amount of times that corners at this GP circuit here in the Nürburgring, Vincent, have changed so much. I still remember when you had, when it used to be known the Coca-Cola curve, and then it was the Hyundai N curve. I mean, we're going to just, I think I'm going to stick with the track map I've got at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, isn't it like a lot of tracks over the couple of years? A lot of, besides the cars, the tracks changes with them. Like the curbs are different, and also there are quite little changes to, yeah, make the drivers a bit uncomfortable to get to new high levels there.
Yeah, so, oh, right, Dixon's just put in a 1 minute 56.3. Bunky's gone top with a 1 minute 56.195. Emre from Team Fordzilla has gone in with a 1 minute 55.759. Lukas Schubeck from Ballast Esports goes 8th. Steph Kremers from Toadline, 10th place. Times are quickly going to be coming in, but with 5.5 minutes to go, Vincent, I know for a fact that these times are going to drop, but they're not going to drop by much. I mean, Sihan, I think, got a 1 minute 55.4 during free practice. As Vilikrevik comes across the line, goes P9, ahead of Oliver Hecker. But yeah, just to hear these cars, I mean, not only can I hear Vincent at the moment through my headset, I can hear these, I can hear these wonderful 1995 Mercedes C-Class cars. I mean, just absolute brutes. And I still remember, I mean, I was having a good chat with our good friend at Corvana, Mr. Danny Jusa. And he said, yeah, I remember going to Avos in 1994. And with John Vinter having his massive crash in the Opel Calibra, having been turned around by an Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, I mean, like the old years, it's really unique. I mean, most of these type of engines are not there anymore. The sounds are getting really rare because most of the time you'll get like into the less cylinders or also hybrid engines. So yeah, this kind of cars and sounds are really unique.
They do indeed, and good to see. Well, myself and Vincent between us, we're doing the divide and conquer. So Vincent is looking at the Twitch comments on the ADAC SimRacing Expo Twitch channel. I'm keeping an eye on Race Room and also the SimRacing Expo YouTube feeds. And it seems like there's a lot of love in the room for Team Ballas Esports. JD Finney on Race Room YouTube goes, GG whole field. Toadline Exotic Bullies goes, let's go boys. And that's great to see as we're heading into just under the final 4 minutes of this very, very closely packed qualifying session with Zabidir in 23rd, just under 2 seconds off of Sihan, who's on provisional pole at the moment, but could Bensid Banki do something about it? Well, if he can close that gap that's nearly 4.4 tenths of a second, Drovosekov in P3 is close. Yeah. It's close between Banki and Drovosekov, and they're two of the title protagonists because, if I remember correctly, Vincent, the top 12 make it to the Expo, don't they?
Yes, they get a delicate slot to drive there, but they have the difficulty to have an on-stage experience, which maybe get them a bit quite out of their comfort zone. At least I hope that this is going to happen, because then we will see like more door bashing.
Definitely, and of course the circuit that's going to be used for the season finale for the 2022 ADAC SimRacing Expo Community Trophy. Well, we're in Nürburgring. We are off the banks of the Dusenteich. Nothing more fitting than the iconic Norisring.
Yes, definitely. Like everywhere is race experience or race feeling. That's really good.
Well, Emre Sihan from Team Fordzilla has just gone purple by less than half a tenth in Sector 1. Actually, having a look at the Team Fordzilla driver at the moment, coming down the hill, and is going to go through the right-hander here at Advan.
He's a newbie, isn't he? Never driven the competition before, I suggest. No. If I remember correct.
Yeah, and an interesting fact that so far over the 5 rounds, we've had 3,200 drivers take part in the qualifying stages to get through to the double race evenings that we've had.
Awesome.
Which has been fantastic, and we have to say a big thank you from everyone here at the team at the ADAC SimRacing Expo for everyone that's participated over this. Lakowski currently sitting in P6 at the moment. Has done 2 personal bests and goes P3. Good lap from him, but Drovosekov. Oh, look at Emre Sihan. 1 minute 55.486, improves by nearly 3 tenths, and the gap to Drovosekov now stems at over 5.5 tenths of a second. Well, they do say, Vincent, that times are for show in qualifying and points are to go in the races.
Yeah, I guess that will be really interesting, but I'm really surprised by Chian, because he's really half a second. I never saw a gap this huge in the competition, in the qualifying before. And if this transfers into the race session, then yeah, he seems to have an easy round 1, I would suggest.
Yeah, but we have got the fun and frolics of the reverse grid race for race 2, and that can really put the cat amongst the pigeons. Anyone might remember what happened to a particular driver by the name of Kirill Antonov back at round 3 at Watkins Glen. Race 2, he was hard into the pit wall.
There were backflashes.
Yeah, Andreas on, Bully 0815M goes sexy cars. Yep, that's what we like. King Carrot says, let's go, Cody. And, well, the times just says it all. But also, one of the other things that we are doing on the Community Trophy is the driver with the fastest lap over either race gets a rig headset and €50 as a prize. It's something that we're also doing in the forthcoming, for the upcoming 4th round of the 2022 ADAC SimRacing Expo Professional Trophy, which is going to be taking place next week. Unfortunately, I won't be on commentary duties for that one because For those wondering, at the top of the show, you might have seen me in a bit of a different background because I'm actually in Germany this time around, which is quite a nice feeling. So I'm in Germany about 4 hours physically from the Nürburgring. And, well, Emily Sihan from Team Fordzilla there, Vincent, trumped the entire field, including our points leader, Drovosekov.
Yeah, impressive performance, and I'm really looking forward to see what's gonna happen. I mean, I have this kind of Chekifli feeling right now. He joined Daytona, won two races in a row, and then went off. I mean, I hope we will see him a lot of more way oftener in a couple of few races in the future, maybe. But yeah, let's make it interesting for the upcoming races. Just.
Yep, so 2 20-minute races. We've had 7 different winners so far over the course of the Community Trophy. Kirill Antonov won the opening race at Brands Hatch. Then it was Oliver Hecker from Aris Gaming, as everyone is starting to grid up. 20 minutes on the timer. Emre Sihan and Ilya Drovosekov on the front row. Now you can hear the rev start to build as the lights will go green. We're underway. For the first of 2 races, DTM 1995 roars into life here at the Nürburgring, and Sihan goes ahead of Drovosekov on the rundown to the Hagen. Sparks flying from the front splitter. Bit forward up to P3. It's going to be 3 wide for 3rd place going into the Hagen for the first time, but Drovosekov holds on for the moment. Sihan has already got a great jump on the rest of the field. There's a lot of them making it 2, 3 wide, coming through the Mercedes arena for the first time into what's going to be the exit of the Mercedes arena. And look, they're still side by side for 3rd and 5th place.
Ooh,
and we've had a turnaround at Steph Klemers. Oh my goodness. And Sebastian Rie from Maniti Racing has been turned around too. Pascal Fachet from Ballast Esports. Steph Klemers from Toadline Racing. But at the moment, Drovosekov is within 4/10 of Emre Sihan, who is leading the way. And that's a comfortable gap for the Team Fordzilla driver. But look at the train. That's wonderful to see going into Dunlop. So a little bit of an adverse camber to the right-hand side.
And
now they're going to go
colourful.
Very colourful indeed, Vincent.
Yeah.
Up the hill through the Michael Schumacher S's. Sihan sideways through the first part of it. And now on the rundown through in towards Michelin and Warsteiner before they go through the flat right-hand kink at Advan before the NGK chicane. And look, Drovosekov is closing. He's got a little...
He's looking. He's like, hello there. Let's go for racing.
It's a bit like Days of Thunder. Hello, remember me?
Yeah. Yeah, kind of that. I mean, over the last races, Ilya showed that he knows how to hunt, and he's patient. He waits. He knows how to race in the mirror, and yeah, I guess if he bites.
Did you see that behind Ben Sibanki? That was Voigt and Dixon battling side by side through the exit of the NGK chicane. They nearly went into the pit entry.
Yeah, I mean, they can race on the pit lane as well, but at least they have to keep the pit limiter in.
Definitely. Bo Dixon looking towards the outside through into the Hagen. He's going to send it in the Pro Marks. And he goes sideways. They nearly have a little bit of a run, the two do. But Drovosekov now is gunning for another victory. He really wants to get after Sihan, get past him. And considering the fact that Drovosekov last one, race 2 at Watkins Glen at round 3.
They're still side by side.
And Alex Mosin's coming through. Alex Mosin's really got into this fight now. Yeah, and he split the pair of them. He's got through past Dixon.
Yeah, Dixon went too wide there, and he took the opportunity, and now, I mean, he's helping him to get acceleration, because I guess Vet is now, like, using this couple of times to accelerate.
Yep, indeed, and you can hear the horns in the background from the virtual fans in the grandstand as Bo Dixon trying to get back on terms with Alex Moisin Vidvoit ahead of that, but Drovosekov is less than 2.5 tenths behind Emre Sihan from Team Fordzilla. Drovosekov has a significant advantage, and Antonov's already up to 15th. Had a difficult qualifying session, did the Rivis Racing driver, but yeah, Drovosekov's just waiting. He does, and look at the sparks off the front splitter coming through Advan and heading into the chicane here. Well, it's actually not Advan, it was actually through the Schumacher S's. They were coming through in towards Michelin. Well, yeah, it is the NGK chicane. Now, what was the Coca-Cola corner, now known as Hyundai N corner, with Hyundai N now based not too far outside of the iconic Nürburgring itself, but on board with Drovosekov, 0.3 of a second behind Sihan. So this is going to be the battle for the race lead. Nikolai Latkovsky is 0.9 adrift, and he's not won a race so far in this Community Trophy, Vincent. The consistency that he has had over all 4 rounds so far, looking back at his results, he had a 23rd place finish in the second race at Brands Hatch, but finished 9th. Both races at Daytona, finished 6th, a 2nd and a 5th at both Watkins, Glen, and the Red Bull Ring last time out has really put him in the hunt. And the way things are going, with Antonov down in 15th, Latkovsky will springboard past the Ruvis Racing driver up into 2nd in the championship, and the Macedonian's done an absolutely cracking job so far. He's been there or thereabouts. He hasn't. No, he's fought for wins. We saw that at Watkins Glen in race 1. He was on fire.
Yeah,
multiple
definitely.
outside overtakes.
Yes.
As we, you know.
I mean, he did a really good job. Like, consistency is really important also in this championship over a lot of races. And yeah, other drivers showed that they can be really fast, but also like overdoing it on the edge of the limit. And yeah, are getting forced oftentimes into mistakes. And that's where he is like, he chilled and gained his points otherwise. And that's also a really good job.
Yep, we still concentrate on the battle for the race lead. Drovosekov versus Sihan. So Ballast Esports versus Team Fordzilla into the chicane. Sparks flying from the right-hand side of the front splitter as they bump over the tarmac. Very low-slung cars to the ground. I still remember when Tiff Niddell from Top Gear went around the shortened version, but now Drovosekov is close. He's in the slipstream, down the start-finish straight. Latkovsky holding on to 3rd. Otoviani, Banki, Pipoit, Mosin, Dixon, Zernal and Mund running out the top 10 positions. And Drovosekov is just waiting. Sihan nearly goes wide. He does go wide. Oh, that was very close indeed through the Haukhaken. But Drovosekov now gives him a little bit of a touch from the rear, going into the Mercedes arena. Now into the next right-hander. Run down to Ford and Valvoline is going to be very, very crucial for Ilya Drovosekov. As all, we've had a moment there for one of the cars.
Also a little bit touchy.
Yeah, it's gotten a bit touchy-feely out there at the Nürburgring tonight, Vincent. That was Sokovikov that got a turnaround. But you can see now that Drovosekov again looking up the inside. He's really, really close.
Yeah, but that's what he's waiting for all the time. He's like, and that's what makes him dangerous. He's like, he's waiting, he's patient. But if Emre is doing a mistake, he's there. He just waits for it. And like, as you can see, it's like really consistency here, like heading into the Schumacher. And I really love this car sliding there out of the corners. It's a really nice view to see that.
Yeah, definitely. Because they were hitting nearly 230 kilometers an hour when they were going into Dunlop. But with 12 and a 3/4 minutes still to go, Drovosekov and Sihan have dropped the field. I think they've ended up in Nordrhein-Westfalen, let alone the Eifel region here in Germany. These two, they've cantered away at a great pace. But still, Sihan's now got the measure of Drovosekov. But into the chicane, once again, Drovosekov seems to be better on the brakes.
Yeah.
That's a better measure of this C-Class Mercedes from 1995. Into the Hyundai N Corva. Tighter on the wall goes Drovosekov. Could get a better run. 0.3 of a second separate the pair at the moment as Latkovsky goes onto the curbing on the exit of the corner, and sparks fly once again from the Mercedes C-Class.
It's closer.
Just hear how brutal those downshifts are.
Yes.
My godfather is like, yeah, rip your shoulder out, mate. Rip your shoulder out. Yeah, forget, like right shoulder, get some good workout, and you wonder why your right bicep's bigger than your left one when you go to the gym the following day.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but it's how you're gonna work with the shift up and shift down, and yeah, that's really interesting to see. But if we have a look, like now getting a pace of like 1.5 between 2 seconds now behind them, like Nicholas Kotsky on still in 3rd place, followed by Ottaviani, but there's still 1.5 second gap behind them. So it seems like Ottaviani is defending against Watkins. So they are again having their fight on their own. So the point fight is still up. Go.
Yeah, Mihai Negra on board with the Romanian from Virtual Drivers by TX3. Currently sitting in 13th position as we're less than 60 seconds away from the halfway point of this race. Up through the Schumacher S's. It's got Davey up ahead along with Yannick Mund, Julian Kunze, who also was having some trips off into the gravel during free practice earlier on. But good showing by the Romanian. He has been there or thereabouts, but we go back to the battle for the lead. 10.5 minutes to go. Dorovosekov versus Sihan. And the Team Fordzilla driver still leads as they go back into the chicane.
Yeah, I mean, as you mentioned before, Dorovosekov is really good on the brakes. I mean, you can saw corners before. He's really working also, not getting caught up in the...
Neg. Oh, sorry to cut across you there, Vincent. Mihai Neg has just been like literally yeeted up the back bumper by Kirill Antonov. He's now up into 14th place. So half time gone, so 10 minutes down, 10 minutes to go. Yeah, so I think Antonov's tactics are being a bit robust, let's say, as we're on board with Alex Mosin from Ballas Esports. And it looks like Banki and Ottaviani are battling away still over 4th and 5th position respectively, because Moisin's got Vitvoort just in front. So that's a very, very close battle, but yeah, Dorovosekov is not giving Sihan an opportunity to breathe right now.
Yeah, definitely. Like, he's a hunter. And yeah, also Björn Vet, also because we talked about consistency earlier, the German Vet also showed a lot of consistency over the season. He has a lot of good positionings in the races, and also showed that he can race on with the front row as well. So yeah, he's also a really good driver here from Ballas Esports, and yeah, he's right here in the midfield, like in front of him, Ottaviani, because he wants to overtake him as well, but behind him Norisring also waiting for the opportunity to both of them caught up in a side-by-side fight and overtake them both. Like, yeah, nobody is like giving a chill, like all waiting just for the opportunity to overtake it, because it's not really easy as it seems.
Well, Antonov in the meantime has got by Mihai Neg for 13th position, as we've got 8 minutes and 40 still to go. Sihan and Dorovosekov split by 0.4 of a second, with the driver in second place actually closing that gap as the you can see the interval, it's dropped down to less than 3.5 of a second through the chicane they go once again. And Sihan's just got to be a bit wary of the tyres as well, because if he starts going a bit more sideways, Dorovosekov is going to be past him quicker than a rat up a drain pipe, quite literally. You can see now that Sihan's trying to break the toe. Moisin's got Vitvoort and Ottaviani just in front, so that's a 3-car scrap over where it's going to be 5th place, because Bunky's just got away with it in 4th, and will help his championship hopes no end. But
and also
yeah, right, that was Ottaviani. Ottaviani went way too wide. Way too wide.
Yeah, and loses instantly 2 positions. That's what I was talking about. Like, you can't make any proper mistakes, because like there are 3 people right behind you just waiting for this opportunity. And here, like, Ottaviani already under attack with Dixon again. So yeah, he's not even have the time to get right back into his rhythm, because he's still under attack. Yeah.
That's Bo Dixon just behind him, who was running in the top 5 but lost a handful of positions early doors. Ottaviani's struggling, and that car's gone sideways. He's going to open the door if he's not careful to Bo Dixon. Ottaviani again runs wide. Bo Dixon towards the outside. This is going to be a great move. Yeah. Dixon lines it up for Dunlop, and he's going to get the inside line, hard on the brakes, turns it in. Ottaviani drops another position. Yeah. Now the Italian down from 5th over the course of less than half a lap into 8th place. That's 3 positions dropped. Ottaviani will be kicking himself after that massive moment going into the Haken.
Yeah, so this kind of little mistakes have often a huge impact on the level like they are racing here today. And yeah, which by the fact, read in Twitch chat here from WJC, Emre is my hero, and I truly can't understand why. I mean, yeah, trying to get the competition first time, racing like on the first place in front of Rosekov. Yeah, I can understand why he said that.
Yep, that's always the case, but we're back on board with Alex Moisin from Ballas Esports. currently in 6th place, just 3/10 behind Luciano Vidvoet from the Netherlands. And look at the train behind. There's, I think I see a couple of Sonax liveried Mercedes-Benzes
Yes.
trying to break each other's toes, as in the slipstream. But Kunze, who we've seen done very, very well this season, in 9th place, is now closing in on Ottaviani. I think Ottaviani, with that moment earlier on through a lap ago, might have screwed his tyres a little bit, I think, maybe having that moment going through into the Halkaka.
Yeah, it had kind of an impact, as you saw earlier. He hadn't like proper like acceleration out of the corner, which make it for Dixon already like easy to get past him. So Ottaviani is like maybe just now try to reduce the damage. He's taking now from his tires, but if he tries to keep in the top 10, maybe it's possible for him to have a better start in the reverse grid.
Yeah, and Ottaviani looking to lunge it up the inside of Julian Kunze right there. Through into Dunlop as they hustle their way up through the Michael Schumacher S's. Flying up there, sparks flying everywhere as well, along with the around 500 brake horsepower being produced from these turbocharged engines. We're back with Alex Moisin, who's now got Bo Dixon trying to close on him. These two were battling a little bit earlier. We're just under 5 minutes away from the first checkered flag of the evening with another 20-minute race to go. But, well, I'm looking now. Have you seen the gap just increase substantially between Sihan and Drovosekov? Sihan has gone, has literally just flown away into the distance. So we had a great battle for about the first 12 minutes of the race between Sihan and Drovosekov. There's your race leader coming across the line. And that is now lap number 10 we're underway with. Gap between him and Drovosekov. I'm wondering whether Drovosekov actually had a little bit of a moment, to be truthful.
Yeah, I mean, like, can happen in the flow when you're like highly concentrated and like only like a couple of milliseconds not concentrated enough on the brakes, then you maybe lose it, and yeah, this can increase the gap sometimes. And yeah, here we have Bo Dixon again here in the slipstream, right behind Vivette and Mosin. And they're still all really close together, so maybe it will be interesting, because, to be honest, next race is turn around and it's hard to buy wins. So I guess this will be going to be fun for them.
I do like the fact that we've got the old Hallmark livery that was run by the great Kurt Ting, father to Nicky Ting, run by Bo Dixon, and he's right on the back bumper of Alex Moisin on the run down towards Dunlop. So Dixon did a great move on Ottaviani on the previous tour, a couple of laps ago. He's right at the back bumper. He might be giving Moisin a little bit of a touch. Dixon looks to the inside coming out of Dunlop, now running up the Schumacher S's. 180 seconds to go. Sihan's lead is now nearly 2 seconds ahead of Drovosekov, with Blatkowski running out the top 3. We're on board with the Brits as we're going to head into the next left-hander here in Michelin. And Moisin goes a little bit wide, doesn't allow Dixon to get through as they go through the next right-hander through Warsteiner.
Yeah, and Dixon had a better apex on the corner, right? And also maybe, yeah, but it seems like, yeah, no, and not enough on the slipstream to gain an advantage here, as it seems.
Yeah, Antonov hasn't made any further progress than 13th place, but he's got the two Sonex cars with the likes of Yannick Mund and Krevi just up ahead. Antonov's actually got past Krevi at the moment, and there's a side-by-side battle a little bit further back. So whether McCornan has got past Neg maybe, as we go into what's going to be the penultimate lap. We've got just over 2 minutes on the clock to go. And Moisin has got Bo Dixon to his inside. Dixon's going to go late on the brakes. Moisin does not attempt to outbrake him, but tries to get the switch back, and Moisin gets caught on the inside of the apex. And that nearly gave an opportunity to Julian Kunze to get through, but that's Yannick Mund, who is that Antonov to his immediate right-hand side? That could very well be. Well, Mund is now up into P10, that is Cernal just behind, with Antonov up into 12, having got past Krevi. But a minute and a half to go. Sihan's definitely got this one by the short and curlies.
I mean, we have a different look at a lot of different deliveries today. What's your favorite one in the field?
Oh, that's like trying to ask me which teeth I'm going to pull first.
Yeah.
No, I just think that all the liveries back in these days, I mean, D2, you know, a very, very, at the time, very popular telephone network back in the day. But I'm gonna go with chocolate on this one. The Dime Bar livery is my favourite on this. There, I said it. There, I said it.
How dare you? I mean, I like the typical one. I'm a Sonax fan because I'm a fan of the 190E, so I really love the Sonax liveries.
I'll be completely honest with you. I agree with you on that, but I preferred. Oh, Billy Crevi nearly had him over there. But I think when Klaus Ludwig was running the Sonex car back in the day, as Billy Crevi, this is going to be a squeeze. That's proper touring car racing right there. Billy Crevi battling away with Mihai Neg as we're into the final few seconds of the race. But Sihan has already crossed the line. We're going on to one more lap, so lap 12, the 12th and final lap underway. It's like it's just like everyone decided to go right at the same time. It's like, yeah, no, I'm going here. No, I'm following you. No, I'm going to send it up your inside. Ottaviani's going to get Cernal up the inside.
Yeah.
And again, Ottaviani has no other place but to run wide. Goes into the next apex, sends it up the inside as the time to hit 0.
His tires must have died on Ottaviani at this one moment. Otherwise, I can't explain why he's dropping so much pace right now.
Yeah. Julian Kunze now closing in on Alex Moisin. Moisin, who's now nearly 1.6 seconds behind Bo Dixon.
Oh, and there's the mistake. This could a switchback.
Careful, boys. Careful, boys. Here we go. Sideways from Kunze.
A nice slide. He didn't lose much on that. Like, for the fans, that's
it's not.
nice.
Forget Tokyo Drift. It's Deutsches Drift right now.
I'm drifting. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's really nice. I mean, like that's it. Like discussing some things you have to deal with as a race driver, and yeah, he probably do with it. I mean, like on a GT3, I would like spin around all those like 3/10, and DTM says like, nope, you still can do it.
Yep. Kunze still looking for the move on Moisin. Zolt, this is side by side with Mihai Neg and Crevi. This is a bit too close for comfort. Crevi's up the inside. They're bad. Rubbing paint. They're rubbing paint.
Yeah.
That's what we like to see. But where is our race leader? Where is our race leader is the more important thing, because Emily Sihan has got a 4.5 second lead and he's taken the checkered, winning race 1. Drovosekov will extend his lead over Kirill Antonov, who finishes down in P12. Crevi gets pipped by Neg, so Drovosekov in second. Latkovsky, great finish in third ahead of Bensebanki from Dar Esports. Midfield forward, Dixon, Kunze, Moisin, Mund, Ottaviani, Cernal, Antonov, Neg, Crevi, and Mukonin rounding at the top 15 positions. Oh, I knew this would rear its ugly head. The old Timur Scheider, Dr. Wolfgang Ulrich comment. It's popped up on the race from YouTube. Sheep in house. And Drovosekov in this race picks up the fastest lap. But still one more race to go. Emre Can wins the race. Drovosekov with a 1 minute 56.801. That's the fastest lap to beat. And if no one beats that in the next race, then Drovosekov wins the rig headset and €50. As a result of that, there you can see the results of the race itself. Oliver Hecker all the way down in, oh crikey, 25th position. Steph Kramer is one of the drivers that got turned around. Papendorf was, well, 3 DNFs, Bederman, Asemko and Papendorf. Papendorf, unfortunately, retiring from the race itself. But still, Vincent, a very entertaining first race here at the Nürburgring.
Definitely. Yeah, as like I was hoping for with this kind of cars on the same level. It's the driver who will make the difference, and yeah, like for the newbie in the series from Emre, it was racing. I hope for some proper racing in the next round as well.
Yep, we've still got one more race to go, folks. 20 minutes. We've got a little bit of a reverse grid coming at you very, very soon indeed. But yeah, great to see the interactivity from everyone that's watching on the ADAC SimRacing Expo YouTube and Twitch channels, and also those watching on Race Room's very own YouTube channel as well, because we will be broadcasting the Community Trophy finale from the Norisring live from the ADAC SimRacing Expo. And tickets are already available. They have been open since, I think, the 15th of September, if memory serves me correctly, Vincent.
Bit later, but yes, definitely 50. Yeah, we kept the line. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Next point.
yeah, exactly. We're about to get things underway with race 2 of the evening, 1995 DTM. Alternatively, for those real diehards out there, known as the ITC. And also, it was the first ever derivative of Class 1 in the DTM. The second iteration actually came over the past 2 years, 2020 and 2021. Antonov will start from pole position this time. Oh, this could be spicy with Cernal, Ottaviani and Mund on the top 4. Lights are red, lights are green, we're underway. Can Antonov get a good advance over Cernal and Ottaviani? Ottaviani trying to look for the inside of Antonov as they hurt their weight. Look, 5 wide ITC action here at the Nürburgring as Antonov leads the field into the Haughagen for the first time. Nearly gets a touch from Ottaviani. As Alex Mosin looking up the inside of Cernal, going through the Mercedes arena for the first time of asking. Groveseca's already up a position up to 11th place. Latkovsky's up to 9th. And look, just look at the sea of colour.
Yeah, a really nice color trade.
Mosin getting
Squeezed a bit, and there's the
Yeah.
Simax train coming on the side of him to take the opportunity now to get past him.
Yeah.
And now he's trying to defend him inside line proper, but bad for the exit on the second turn here. Now coming up. So 4, like 2 and 2, heading into the right. The curve. Yeah, we have the door smashing again. Let's go, guys. Let's show us some proper racing.
Yeah, give us the paint swapping, not the door bashing.
Yeah.
One of the good things I like about the fact of Alex Mosin's livery is it's actually the one that in this day and age was sported by the only woman driver to win a DTM race, Ellen Law, if people might remember back in the early 1990s. And good to see the old Mannesmann windscreen strips as well. Just proper period as we've got Bitsy Blanky battling away. This could be with Kunze. Latkovsky's not too far behind them. Emre Sihan is currently up into 11th. And already with nearly a couple of minutes gone here, Vincent, Antonov and Ottaviani are less than 0.2 of a second apart. Side by side there, Banky sends it, and now there's been a massive incident. Multiple cars turning around and going off, and it's dearie me, Latkovsky's the biggest casualty, and they're 4 wide going to the Hyundai end cover. Are you crazy, guys? What is going on? My goodness me.
I mean, is it like good manners to go 4 wide there?
Ottaviani's trying to put the pressure on Antonov.
Yeah, he wants to secure the points. I mean, I guess he thought about the opportunity after he built his tires. Now he got start first switch. I was wondering why he was starting on the 3rd place on the grid, because he was 10th, so he shouldn't start first. So I wonder what happened there, but now he's trying to get the position back and to get the points he wants.
We're on board with Yannick Mund in the MJR Esports car, just behind Alex Mosin. Mosin getting a little bit wide there, going through into forward curve. Now the run down the slight Parabolica-esque style straight, not too dissimilar, but it has a bit of a descent in comparison with the one that you currently see at the Hockenheimring. But Mosin doing a good job to put the pressure on Cernal. Ottaviani, as when he was under braking, trying to send it on. Oh, hang on a second. Cernal using all the road and then some. Vidvoort waiting in the wings, and now Mosin's going around the outside. Mosin, I think, has got 3rd. He has. Oh, of all the places you send it, mate, my goodness me, that was into Michelin. He absolutely flung it. He was around the outside of him, got the inside line for Warsteiner, and Mosin. Oh, meine Güte, that was a perler right there. Absolutely brilliant. And it's still side by side behind Cernal. That'll be Dixon and Yannick Mund. Dixon has gotten ahead, I think. And now Voigt looking at the inside of Mund.
Yeah, he really is like squeezing. Oh yeah, he's squeezing on the inside.
Squeezing?
Go side by side onto the exit on the straight for the next lap going on. And I guess he will outbrake him now. Oh, now they're lining up. Okay, that's what I did. Look at the train. Wonderful.
Well, I was wondering, was it Voigt trying to squeeze a car or squeeze orange juice?
I guess both.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But Bo Dixon has gotten away from Voigt very quickly through the whole car, through into the Mercedes arena, but it's all kicking off behind Banki, Kunze, Sihan Drovosekov in there. Kunze sending it up the inside of Banki. They're going to go too wide. They are going to rub panels. They are going to rub panels. Yeah, now this is going to be a slipstream fest. And it's everyone battling for tarmac. Banki's to the inside, Kunze to the outside. Kunze has to slot in behind. Who have they got behind? Sihan. Sihan trying to go around the outside of Kunze. Drovosekov winning in the wings. And Drovosekov now going towards the outside of Sihan, going through out of Ford curve and into Dunlop, into the Dunlop Kerher. And has to slot in behind. 5 minutes and it's still kicking off big time, because I can see from around about from Mozin all the way down to Drovosekov, there is no gap that exceeds 9/10 of a second.
Yeah, impressive. And I guess on turn 3 and 4, Vidvet had quite a moment.
Oh,
sliding.
Sorry, that was a very nice move there from Villicrevi on Mihai Neg to keep 12th place. That was awesome. Just right, I'm sending it around the outside. I don't care. But Yannick Mund is on course to try and see if we can get past Luciano Vidvoit. But on earth said that?
Oh no!
That was Kunze. That was Kunze that caused that. Kunze caused that straight away.
Yeah.
And that was definitely. I'm sorry, Kunze. You definitely did a sheep in-house right there.
I mean, like, he was trying to get the inside on a deep dive. Totally misjudged just his braking point there, and if you're flying over the curb, you have no control of the car. You're just eating. Yeah, this was too much heat in the brain, and sadly I don't know who was it got caught up into this mess.
Well, unfortunately, Vincent, he didn't have brain fade. He had brake fade as well as brain fade. He had both at the same time. I think he just thought, I'm going to launch it, see what happens, and everyone else around him got pushed away like a lot of skittles. Yep. But yeah, we're now riding on board with Peter Daniel from the Czech Republic. This is getting a bit tasty. He was Zabadir, in 14th place, the Polish driver. So Peter Daniel, the Absolute Motorsport Racing team, 15th place at the moment.
Leg of the cars. This different kind of small brandings on the door sides. Because they're quite not familiar now on the current liveries on the middle. Quite not, yeah.
Yeah, Latkovsky's made up about 2 or 3 positions at the moment. He's up to 18th. He's trying to get past Krise in the D2 car just up ahead. So Latkovsky, after that turnaround early doors in the opening, I think it was through the first few corners on the opening lap, Latkovsky got turned around. JD Finney has just said too much heat in the brain. Love it, I'll use that one. That's great to see the interaction from you people watching at home. It's a real privilege to have you with us. Latkovsky, though, going around the outside of Krise, and we'll get the inside run for the next corner. On the brakes, Latkovsky, the Macedonian, makes it through to 17th position. Now has Oliver Hecker just up ahead.
He's recovering from the beginning.
Yeah.
But still Ottaviani and Antonov fighting with 2 tenths. And yeah, it seems between Mosin and Söner, they're both keeping their space. And the top 10, we met Banki and Xian. Xian now made it from 10th to 8th place, so but that's interesting. If we can make it on the second half of the race, how we can improve this lap times to get some more points.
Yeah, 11 and a half minutes to go in the second and final race here for the ADAC SimRacing Expo Community Trophy. It's the 5th and penultimate round. We will head to the Nürburgring Messe between the 1st and the 4th of December, where there will be live streaming of all 4 days of coverage like we had last year at the Nürburgring. But Alex Moisin I've noticed here, Vincent, has started catching. He started catching Ottaviani and Antonov. In the latter stages, I have a feeling we could have a three-way scrap for the race victory.
And I mean, I would love to see Mosin join the fight, like that we have like a top 3 race fight, because we didn't have that like on the first couple of races we had. But I guess oh, Dixon made it past winner. Oh,
yeah. So that's a development. Nico Cernal from Maniti Racing. So Dixon again showing his prowess in this Mercedes C-Class 1995 ITC DTM car. And it's the Nicky team special, or the Kurt team special.
Bit an impressive move there again, the position. Now I think he's launching it to get to Mosin. Seconds, 2.3. Let's see what he's gonna be able to catch him on that following lap.
Yeah. And now we're, as quickly as we were halfway through the first race, we're halfway through the second race, as Bo Dixon is about 2.6 seconds behind Alex Moisin. You can see the amount of cars behind Banki and Sihan going into battle. Sihan's got up the inside.
Oh, yes.
And he's keeping pinned around the outside through the Mercedes arena. That's way too close. That's way too close.
Oh,
Banki
yeah,
still keeps ahead, because if you notice, Sihan trying to get the aggressive undercut there. He's going to lose a little bit of space. He lost a bit of time there, because I think that is Kunze trying to go up the inside, and he does so through into the next right.
Oh.
And Sihan trying to get through. Yeah, this is going to give Drovosekov the perfect opportunity. He might get past Kunze, but not Sihan, unless Kunze decides to go defensive, which he does do. And there has been a turnaround. That's Oliver Bound, has just decided, well, has just been yeeted. And who is that with him? That's Peterman in 25th position. Peter Daniel battling away with Oliver Hecker. Well, Oliver Hecker is a little bit further behind. That is, oh, Latkovsky's up to 14th, so up from 21st to 14th position. And Peter Daniel trying to get on level pegging with Kody Nikola Latkovsky. But at the moment, with 8.5 minutes to go, if he's that far away, I don't think he might have much of a chance. But Antonov has gotten away from Ottaviani. Mosin is closed into second position, and the gap between them is around about half a second or so. There is Drovosekov up to 10th now, with Kunze just up ahead. Sihan now battling away with Bensi Bunky from Dart Esports. Cernal has been running in the top 6 pretty much all race long, but with 8 minutes to go, there's still plenty of an opportunity for drivers to make up positions. As oh, that's a bit of a send and a half from Bensi Bunky. He got really close to the back bumper of Cernal from Maniti Racing. Maniti Racing was originally affiliated with T3 Motorsport, but they decided to join forces and go under the Maniti branding. Henry Sihan still trying to get through on Bensi Bunky, but no room in the in there for the Team Fortilla driver. The Turkish driver now gets a good run. Oh, is he going to pull to the right? Yes, he does. Into the next left. Bunky will have the inside line, but they swap panels. Sihan round the outside is going to get the inside line for the next right-hander, and he gets through for 7th position. Bit of pushing and shoving whilst he was doing so. That was fair touring car racing.
But it's still impressive. Like for adding into like, still this is pretty nice, close train together, fighting for the positions with respect, and like they're still respecting each other, and that's awesome racing. Since the first races we had in the community trophy, it's really impressive racing from all the drivers here, and
yeah, they've definitely kept themselves a lot more behaved. I mean, with the briefings, the drivers all got an email from Danny Gusa, who has been very, very busy. He said, thank you very much for keeping the driving standards as good as they have been over the past 4 rounds. We expect the same tonight. And Drovosekov really closing in on Kunze. They're going into Advan right now. Kunze nearly had a move on Banky there going through into the chicane. Oh, Kunze went a bit sideways, trying to apply the power. Drovosekov is right with him going through the Hyundai N curve.
But it
So-
seems that it's not kind of Ilias' race right now.
Yeah, he's trying to do a bit of damage limitation here, I think, more than anything.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like with this type of cars, we had other races with other cars where it was for some drivers easier to overtake through the field. Maybe it's also the track, maybe. But it seems for some drivers, on depending on the reverse grid, starting from behind, it's not that easy to overtake through the field into the first places again.
But Latkovsky's made his way up to 13th position. We're on board with Alessandro Ottaviani for Team Fordzilla. And just great to see actually the attention to detail here on Race Room Experience with the, looks like it's a factory, it's like a steering wheel with an airbag that has been brought straight out of the factory in Stuttgart. And it even has SRS airbag on the bottom of the steering boss. That's pretty cool. With 5 minutes still to go, and Antonov holding on for the race lead and hopefully what might be another victory. Now Antonov took only one victory, and that was the we had the 1990s. We had the 190Es and the E30 M3s. There's a bit of a dive there from Julian Kunzer up the inside of Benzi Banki.
It took quite a lot.
Yeah, that was very close indeed, as they're going to go through this flat right here at Advan. And yeah, Kunze didn't quite make the move, but he's got Drovosekov right behind. Krevi's not too far adrift either, so we're probably going to have maybe another 2 or 3 laps at best. But Antonov is going to take us on to lap 9. Kunze goes for a move up the inside of Banki. And they have touched, and Antonov tail happy as anything, and Banki flashing the headlights as if to say, what on earth was that, man? That move was not on at all.
Which happens sometimes in racing.
And Banki's now down into 11th place. He's nearly going to make it nearly 3 wide going through. That is Krevi, I believe, that's ahead of him. And now Banki trying to go through the outside. Krevi goes sideways and the sparks fly off the curvings. And they're going to touch as well. Oh, a bit of pushing, a bit of paint swapping, a bit of rubbing.
Regular
And
stuff.
they're at it again. 2 wheels on the grass for Benzi Banki. And now is he going to get the run into the next left-hander? No, he's not.
Trying to back to get a better position for the following. But he lost a bit of speed. Oh. Yeah. Very good blocking, taking the inside line there. Banki trying to get around there and waiting. Yeah, but that's fighting spirit. I love that. I really love that.
And it's definitely in the right car and circuit combination to do that as well, as they fly their way through the Michael Schumacher S's. Someone got a bit greedy with track limits and decided to kick up the dirt from the outskirts of the Schumacher S's as we head into the last 2 minutes and 40 seconds. But Kirill Antonov looking to pick up his first victory in. And King Carrot has just said, "Revenge is a dish served best served cold, boys." Don't we know it? Don't we know it, King Carrots? But yeah, 2 more laps to go as Antonov will cross the line very shortly and take us on to lap 10 as we're here with Emre Sihan, the Turkish driver from Team Fordzilla. Ottaviani is half a second behind Antonov as they go into the Haughaken once again. So this and an additional lap. So 12 laps in total of this iconic circuit. Benzi Banki still trying to get past Krevi from Finland. And there was a little touch. And Banki just decided to back off. And another flash of the headlights from Banki. Not very happy with the fact he got yeeted through the final corner by Julian Kunze. And but still, as you said, Banki still keeping stuck in. Yannick Mund now up to 18th place as McCollin runs wide. Mund nearly goes sideways whilst avoiding.
But to be honest, fun fact, comparing to the first race today, Ottaviani and Antonov still sticking together. Like, yeah, like they would like tow each other.
Yep, indeed. So banking up the inside, that's on Krevi through Dunlop. Now they head through into the Schumacher S's. Nice camera shot here from the rear diffuser of the dime-liveried Dor Esports Mercedes C-Class. 45 seconds left on the clock to go. We're on board with now with Drovosekov, also sporting the same livery. So Krevi looking up the inside. That would have been going through into Warsteiner. Now we're heading down into Advan for what's going to be the penultimate time, as we've got 30 seconds on the clock remaining. And as you said, Ottaviani and Antonov have they've been stuck together, joined at the rear wing and diffuser, I might say.
Now we have like the last lap starting, I guess. If
It is
I'm right.
indeed. Yep.
Oh, and they're like, in front of them. Hello, and
That's Dixon up to fourth now, ahead of Vitvoet. Dixon runs wide. The Dutch driver from Ballast Esports has got through. That was close. But Dixon's backup is inside through the Mercedes arena. Emre Sihan as, oh, Dixon makes a little bit of a hash of that one. Vitvoet up the inside, forces Dixon wide, and Emre Sihan's going to mug the pair of them. He's going to get the pair of them. He's got past Vitvoet and Sihan from Team Fordzilla. As we will get the check it out this time, and they're still squabbling like three petulant children in the playground, battling over the last swing.
how he made it in the last 3 laps from like the 7th or 8th place on the 4th place. How did this happen?
I think the Turkish driver just kept his head down. That's the whole point.
Blow today is just damn.
Yeah, it's definitely been one for the Team Fordzilla crew to remember, because they're going to get second and fourth in this race. As through the Schumacher S's for the final time. But here are your top two out of Warsteiner for what's going to be the final time. Kirill Antonov. And now Ottaviani's flashing the headlights as they go through Advan at over 230 kilometers an hour. Ottaviani again with the headlight flash. Now into the chicane. One more corner after this one. Kirill Antonov is held on thus far. Both he and Ottaviani go sideways. Tank slappers ahoy. Now Ottaviani looking for a late lunge. He's not going to make that one, I'm afraid. But out of the final corner, 2 winners from 2 different races. Sihan in the first race, and Antonov powers it across the line. Ottaviani pulls out of the slipstream, and it's 3 tenths between the pair of them. Mosin from Ballast takes third. Emre Sihan from Team Fordzilla takes fourth. Bo Dixon pips Luciano Vitvoet for 6th position, and I have to say I agree with JD Fiddy. Luciano Vitvoet and also Cernal.
We have still Dixon made it still 5th place. We have Vet 6th place. We have Kun place. Bunky in the top 10. Also good result. Yeah.
So,
and
oh right, hang on a second. I just realised something here, Vincent.
What?
The fastest lap of the evening has been pipped by, get this, 3 1,000ths of a second. Emre Sihan from Team Fordzilla, 1 minute 56.798. 2 different winners from 2 different races. So Kirill Antonov back to winning ways. A great recovery drive to 12th position from Cody Nikola Lakovsky there. And, well, what can you say about that one, mate?
impressive. Impressive day with highlights, definitely. Up from them.
Yeah, so really, we've got 2 different winners tonight. Emre Sihan in race 1, Kirill Antonov in race 2. And Sihan, congratulations! You've won the you've won the rig headset and also the €50 for pipping. I'm sure that a certain Mr. Ilya Drovosekov will be very, very unhappy about that one. But Vincent, to have DTM twice on this year's ADAC SimRacing Expo Community Trophy has been an absolute joy. We had the early 90s back at Brands Hatch, the season opener. Now we've had it at the Nürburgring for round 5.
Definitely definitely highlight old classic cars and also give them drivers some definitely things to deal with and some circumstances and also some proper racing, and it's really great. And I can't wait for the final, to be honest. Them on stage.
Indeed, because we will see myself, Vincent, Danny, Yannick, Misha, Nadi, the whole team behind the ADAC SimRacing Expo. We will be with you at the Nürburgring Messe in person. So rather than us being on the side of a video call like we are now, there is a stage for the commentators to be on, the hosts to be on. But don't forget, there is plenty more still to come. The ADAC SimRacing Expo Professional Trophy, powered by SimRacing GP, heads to the iconic Kyle Army Grand Prix circuit. It's next Saturday, which is the 15th of October, and we've got live coverage of that. I mean, Vincent, anything else you want to say before we sign off for the night?
Also can tell, go to the stage. If you haven't checked out our social media, there you can get the links to the tickets and what's coming up on the expo announcement. Have a look at it, follow us, and then I hope that we all just together on first week of December.
Well, until then, it's goodbye from myself, it's goodbye from Vincent and the entire team here at the ADAC SimRacing Expo Community Trophy. Emre Sihan and Kirill Antonov, your race winners tonight, and we will see you very, very soon in Nürburgring between the 1st and the 4th of December. Don't forget to catch coverage of the penultimate round of the Professional Trophy by SimRacing GP next Saturday afternoon on the 15th of October. Until then, goodbye.
Bye.
Thinking of the